Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chaosville, here with your master of horror for the evening, lying in bed once. So, first things first, long ago, not that often, actually, Dave Fairham, who was Kieran Dave in our chat, more or less dared me to a witch fight. Well, today I can say that the first shots in that fight have been fired, because I have cursed him with the Curse of Misfortune. Level 2, thank you, Voodoo. So, he has the capacity to make circles, and he has a few puppets, actually, as far as I've seen. So he's perfectly able to get rid of it, I'm sure. But, yeah, he has just been experiencing that in the course of the last few minutes, so glory to him. Hope he enjoys it. And may the best man win, or moreover, may the best witch win. These, by the way, are blackout curtains from Extra Utilities. You make those with 6 wool in a door shape, and they prevent light from passing to the other side, which is very helpful in here, because it allows me to hide all of the light inside of these rooms. Although apparently that part hasn't. I've also got a couple more rowan wood doors, because they have locks and stuff, and they're very handy. You can't interact with them otherwise. And I've combined all of their keys into a singular key. So, down here, I can access the new room. And in here, we are going to be containing all of the machinery and mechanisms required to operate our ring curse. Because there was a fantastic suggestion that I got, I think, in the course of my most recent live stream. What I expect. Oh yeah, filled in most of the things down here, so the access to the ravine is now more or less cut off, which is fine by me. It's mostly dead anyway. Whoop. Fortunately, I can do that. Okay. Let me see. Jump up into here. That gives me some better view. And, ooh, that is a nice view, actually, looking at that. That's very nice. Let me see, would it be easier just to broom up? Probably. So, let me see, probably best if I go down here. Yeah, this is the slight problem in reducing all of my access points to 1 wide by 2 high positions. But, fortunately, the broom prevails. Yep. And the suggestion I got was to have a row of 7 hoppers, each indicating different days, and then use those to basically act as a countdown for all of the people that are being cursed. And let's just float over to this anchor point here. I've got a couple of these witchwood logs in here, acting sort of like the limbs, the roots of trees that have come in, but I might get rid of them, or I might expand them. I'm not sure. Right now, they're the most easy way for me to actually find my way back into here. This seems like a bad place to be. I'm not quite sure how I'm only partially into a block. Okay, well, let's float down to here then. If we can. This is kind of tricky. I wish I had... what was his name? Hadwig? I think his name was Hadwig. It's worth noting... Go down, careful. Down. Right, worth noting that... okay, that'll do. It's worth noting that the Spanish moss here cannot be used to cling onto, like, vines, so I have to be careful of that. Come on. There you are, good. And I was trying to go back here. Okay, keychain, there we go. Okay, so we're going to need some droppers. I'm going to need 7 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a bunch of cobblestone. Ooh, what we have here. If you do the right remote of curse... probably make me worse. So the question for Dave there is whether or not I had voodoo out. which of course he isn't going to know for a little bit of time. And let's see then, I'm going to need another chest as well, to feed from the... Ooh, I think I'm actually going to have to pop into the nether. That could be a pain. I'll just use that as a symbolic then, for the moment. And let's see, item duct, actually the two should be fine. And I'm going to need some servos, or at least one of them, for the moment. Unfortunately, as always seems to be the case whenever I get involved, when Dave's curse started hitting him, he was in the midst of a Falmcraft dungeon. So isn't he lucky that we have death chests around? So yeah, I've got the blackout curtains so that when this thing is down there, it's a lot harder to see that there's actually doors here, which works quite well, I think. Okay, so here is the idea. We line up the... let's see, if I plunk our stand-in chest here, get rid of these for a moment. These act like, the blackout curtains act like glass panes, and they're very easy to break for some strange reason. So, that's not the best thing. So, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... and then at last, day 7. So that is the point where we actually do whatever it is that we want to do to them. I have a few ideas. Since we only take the one tag lock from them, and this is meant to be... Oh, this is fluid ducts. Yep. Wrong thing for me to grab, then. And I should probably, for at least the time being, stop closing these. Let me see, over here, item ducts. Right, I have two of both, so it's probably why I keep confusing them. Okay, so, I have a few ideas. Since we have only the one tag lock of them from when they open up the leech chest, it's upstairs, which I'll show in a little bit, we can't really have it so that the system curses someone and then uncurses someone if they do something. So, more or less, the only thing we can do... And, oh, of course, am I using the right thing? No, you have to do this with an empty hand, that's why. Okay, so blacklist the empty tag locks. So any empty tag locks inside the chest, which is also resupplying our autonomous activator with tag lock kits, will not be pulled out. It'll just be the ones that we're actually interested in, and those will go into here, where we can then feed it a signal. We might be able to yank onto the signal that comes out of that, for shifting the cover back and forth. That way I won't have to have another point reaching the sky, because I've already got two. And then we pull this around into the equipment that we actually want to curse people with. Now, as I say, we can't actually curse people because we won't have a system viable enough to actually uncurse them. And cursing people because they've just opened a chest is a little bit harsh. So, he says, having just cursed Dave Farron with his voodoo cat. Anyways, what I think we'll do is... The curse is, after 7 days, you die of terror, is the rough explanation, but it's basically, you will die in 7 days, is what Samara says. So, I think for our curse, what will happen is... It's not perfect science. What will happen is, they will open the chest, they'll see the book, they'll see the tape, and then it will teleport them 7 days later, because we'll get a tag lock from them when they open the leech chest, and then 7 days later, they will finally be in this system, and at that point, we will teleport them. Now, currently in Witchery, there isn't a way to teleport one person from a tag based on a tag lock and a waystone to a specific location, so you have to teleport them to the location of the ritual. Not fantastic, but we can sort of work a way around it. I'm just going to grab this bauxite before it bugs me. Okay. So I think what will happen is we'll teleport them here, and then we'll have a a second teleport ritual underneath, which should be able to teleport them to a specific location. That specific location, I'm not 100% certain of where we're going to do. If he actually has, like, big issues, then I'll see about removing it. I did get 3 tag locks of him. I always get multiples just in case I need them. There's a lot of bauxite around here, jeez. All this aluminum just sitting around. And sandstone directly above me, so probably sand. Alright. So... With that, we'll teleport them to a specific location, which, if we wanted it to be really interesting, we could just teleport them to, say, the bottom of the ocean or something. Or we could teleport them down here, or we could teleport them into a room with a wither or something. Something that will actually kill them. Ideally, something that will then also be able to teleport their items back to them. But what we want to do is scare them, is our chief thing. We want them to actually die of fright. Maybe we could teleport them to the deep dark, because that'd be an interesting way of doing it, like a big pool in the deep dark. But a bit of a short video today, so I hope you have some great ideas on that. And, oh, yeah, this has opened. Great, because I have one last thing to show off, I guess. Which is that already a large portion of this system is in place, and it is up here. And out. Thank you. And that is right over here. So let me just plonk a torch so you can see it. So this is the thing I put up in my sort of, kind of, live stream. So we have a leech chest, and on that we have an autonomous activator. And that autonomous activator has tag locks inside of it. I'll just give it another one. And whenever our leech chest is opened, it gives off a redstone signal, as I found out when I was adding one to the Oldsmobile back at the Evil Dead cabin. So this is set to wait for a redstone signal. When this chest gets opened, it takes a tag lock sample from whoever opens it. The activator automatically triggers and shift right clicks the leech chest with its tag lock kit, then outputs the completed tag lock over here into our white, black, and brown ender chest. And underneath, we've got another thing pulling out of the white, black, brown ender chest, which is only pulling clean tag lock hits, so we can resupply this thing remotely. And in here we have the videotape. So let's take a look. So there we are. That is the blank videotape. And it looks like there's a little bit of a link in there. Oh well, let me just see if I can pull that up, see what that shows. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and or favorite, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to be notified of future updates. You can also check out the website where most other content is uploaded. That's all for now, catch you later.